Now, better. Now, I don't know what is the problem with Kausar Bilal. I have admitted him. It is written joining, but it's not entering into the class. I think some problem with his network. This is not the first time. Every time this is the problem with the Kausar Bilal. If anyone can help her, him or her, you please help him. She is not able to enter into the class. I have marked admit. I have clicked admit. Zain Ahmad Siddiqui 64131. Mohammad Hassan Zaid 641556. Hassan Rahim 64091. These some students did not attend the first two sessions. They are coming in the third session. Sayyid Raza Ahmad, then Hassan Rahim, Uwais Zahid. They did not attend the first two sessions. Okay. So we are doing question number 24. Question number 24 of the same exercise. Exercise 19.9. Minor axis 5, vertices plus minus 70. Plus minus 70. That means vertices V is 7 comma 0 and V dash is minus 7 comma 0. First of all, we'll find the center. Center will be the midpoint. Center will be the midpoint of the vertices 7 minus 7 upon 0, x1 plus x2 upon 2, and y1 plus y2 upon 2. It will become 0, comma 0. This is the center. Now the transverse vertices are x coordinate is from 7 to minus 7. It is going to change. Y coordinate is remain same 0. Here also 0. It means there is no change in the y coordinate. Only the x coordinate is going to change. Therefore, the transverse axis along x-axis, major axis along x-axis. Therefore, transverse axis along x-axis. Transverse axis along x-axis. Now we will find a vertex is given, so we will find a the distance between center and the vertex. So a will become 7. Y coordinate is remain as it is 0. X coordinate from 0 to 7. So that means it is 7, or from 0 to minus 7 it will be minus 7. So a will be equal to minus 7. Minor axis is 5. So minor axis always be 2b is 5. So b will become 5 upon 2. This is value of b, this is value of a. Now we'll find c. Use the relation c square is equal to a square minus b square. So it will become c square, a square, 7 square, minus 5 upon 2 square. So c square 49 minus 25 upon 4. 49 minus 24 upon 4 will be 196. 196 minus 25. 196 minus 25, 169. No, 171. 171 upon 4. So therefore, C will become plus minus root 171 upon 2. This is square root of 4 will be 2. And this is not in the radical sign. Radical sign is up to here upon 2. This is the value of C. So value of A is known, value of B is known, value of C is known. So we will find the equation x minus the x coordinate of the center upon plus y minus y coordinate of the center square upon equal to 1. Now the transverse axis along x-axis. So upon x square will be the value of b, a, 7 square, and value of b, 5 upon 2 square. It will become x square upon 49 plus y square upon 25 upon 4 equal to 1. This 4 will be shifted over there. So it will become x square upon 49 plus 4 will come over there, 4y square upon 25 equal to 1. This is the standard equation equal to 1. x square upon 49 plus 4y square upon 25 equal to 1. This is the standard equation. If you take the LCM of 25 and 49 and then multiply by each and every number, the fraction will be removed and you will get a state equation that is called the general equation. That will be the general equation. This is the way how to do the questions. Now we are doing the hyperbola. Now we are doing the hyperbola. Understood this question, all of you? Hyperbola. If a point P moves in such a way that the difference of its distance from two fixed point always be constant, that is called, the locus of that point is called hyperbola. If a point moves that the difference of its distances from the two fixed point is constant, then the locus of the point is called hyperbola. The two fixed point The two fixed points are called foci and the constant difference is called major axis. The general equation the standard equation is x square upon a square minus y square upon b square equal to 1. This is the standard equation. In the ellipse, it was x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. Here is minus x square upon a square minus y square upon b square equal to 1. Or it may be y square upon a square minus x square upon b square equal to 1. यहाँ y स्क्वायर अपॉन ए स्क्वायर भी हो सकता है और फिर माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर अपॉन बी स्क्वायर हो सकता है इक्वल टू 1. But there must be minus sign in between them. If there is minus sign in between them, it will be the equation of a hyperbola. If there is plus sign in between them, it will be the equation of a ellipse. So there are also two foci and two vertices. The shape this will be the shape. This is the origin. There are two shapes. These are the two shapes, one on this side, one on this side. This is called the vertex. This is called the focus. Here also the vertex V dash, here is the focus F dash. This is the center. Origin is the center. The coordinate of the focus will be c comma 0. Here will be minus c comma 0. Vertex a comma 0. Here minus a comma 0, and center origin. This is the center. So distance from center to the vertex is a, and this is minus a. The distance from center to the vertex is a, as in the ellipse, and the distance from center to the focus is c. This is c0, so this is c, and this is minus c. And here will be the b, 0 comma b, the same way over there, 0 comma minus b. If you draw a rectangle, this is called the auxiliary rectangle. This will be the auxiliary rectangle. Auxiliary rectangle. This is the auxiliary rectangle. This is the auxiliary rectangle. There are two lines which are passing through the center, and they are just touching the hyperbola. This is the line, this is the line, just touching the hyperbola. And from here also, these two lines are called asymptotes. This line and this line, these are called the asymptotes. These two lines are called asymptotes. So there are two foci, the two vertices, and two asymptotes in the hyperbola. And equation is this one, standard equation. And the equation of the asymptotes, we can find the equation of the asymptotes. Equation of the asymptotes. We will consider it x square upon a square minus y square upon b square equal to 1. That will be considered as 0. First we'll find the equation of the standard equation of the hyperbola. Then we'll find the equation of the asymptotes by considering one as a 0. X square upon a square minus y square upon b square equal to 0. Then we'll solve it for y. Minus y square upon b square will be shifted on the other side. It will be y square upon b square equal to x square upon a square. B square shifted on the other side. Y square will become b square upon a square x square. Take the square root. Y will become plus minus b upon a x. This will be the equation of the asymptotes. The two equation, one will be plus b upon ax, the other will be minus y equal to minus b upon ax. This equation, this line, this asymptotes will be y is equal to plus minus b upon ax, and this y is equal to minus b upon ax, which is tilting towards the negative x-axis, minus b upon ax, and which is tilting towards the positive x-axis, y is equal to b upon ax, positive b upon ax. So this is the hyperbola, this is the standard equation, this is the way how to find the equation of the asymptote. Now the relation between A, B and C, this is B, this is A, and this is C. The relation between A, B and C will be equal to A square is equal to C square minus B square. And the relation C square is equal to A square plus B square. In the ellipse, the relation between C, A and B was C square is equal to A square minus B square. But here it is C square is equal to A square plus B square. Here the C square is larger than A. Therefore, C square is the largest one. So C square will be equal to A square plus B square. And this is called the auxiliary rectangle. This is called the auxiliary rectangle. This is called the asymptotes. This is the vertex where the hyperbola is intersecting the transverse axis. In the same way, hyperbola may be in this way or hyperbola may be in this way. Hyperbola may be in this way or it may be in this way, there and there. On the y-axis, transverse axis may be the y-axis. Transverse axis may be the y-axis. In this case, it will be x square. It will be y square upon a square minus x square upon b square equal to 1. So which one is a positive? One is positive, one is negative. Which one is the positive? If x square is positive, the transverse axis along the x-axis. If y square is positive, transverse axis along y-axis. It may be in this way. So just remember, in the previous shape, in the ellipse, the larger one was the transverse axis. Here, the positive one will be the transverse axis. What may be the larger one? No consideration. We will consider the positive side. If it is positive, x square is positive, the transverse axis along x-axis. If y square is positive, transverse axis is along y-axis. Because in the hyperbola, one is positive, one is negative. One is positive and one is negative. So therefore, the transverse axis along positive axis. Okay. Now you have understood the hyperbola. Hyperbola shape is this one. Not necessary to draw the triangle or the asymptotes. You will draw the hyperbola only. If it is asked to draw the asymptotes as well, so you will draw the asymptotes. If you are asked to draw the auxiliary rectangle, so then you will draw the auxiliary rectangle. then you will draw the auxiliary rectangle. Otherwise, no need to draw the auxiliary rectangle or the asymptotes. You will draw only the hyperbola. These two shapes. We will draw only these two shapes. Okay, now we will do exercise 19.10. We are doing exercise 19.10. Exercise 19.10. Exercise 19.10, question number 1. Find the vertices and foci of each hyperbola. Draw each auxiliary rectangle and the asymptotes and sketch the curve. Find the vertices. We will find the vertices, foci, auxiliary rectangle. We'll draw the auxiliary rectangle. Sorry, equation of asymptotes. Auxiliary rectangle. Draw the auxiliary rectangle. AUXI. LIARY. Auxiliary rectangle and asymptotes. Equation is given. Question number 1. X square upon 16. Who came? Sumbul Shabbir. Question number 1. X square upon 16 minus y square upon 9 equal to 1. There is negative sign in between. Therefore, it is the equation of the hyperbola.